The fundamental support for human existence is the environment. The best hope for tomorrow is the children. This paved way for SOS Kinderdorf International and South Asia Foundation to organize the Joint Environment Work Camp for the third consecutive year. The first camp was held at Malpota, Sri Lanka on August 12 to 22nd, 2003. The second camp was held at Bagirhat, Bangladesh from December 10 to the 16th, 2004. The third camp was held in Bhopal, India from December 5th to the 19th, 2005. 22 participants from SAARC countries such as India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal and Bhutan participated in the camp. On December 5th, Mr. Madanjeet Singh, UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador and founder of SAF, hosted a dinner at Delhi to inaugurate the camp.
Every year we have a camp in which we bring youngsters like you see here today. Not only the vocational training but also cultural interaction that takes place among them.
Mr. I.K. Gujral, former Prime Minister of India, convened as the guest of honor along with other dignitaries. Mr. Mahendrajeet Singh, President of SAF, presented Madanjeet Singh's The Sasya Story to the participants.
Well, one of the things that has been important, of course, for South Asia Foundation is the upliftment of young people.
The next day at 6 a.m., the participants boarded the train to Bhopal.
All of us from the SAARC countries have gathered here and we're now getting to know each other step by step.
I've heard it's an agriculture camp, so I've never tried things at the field and I'm really looking forward to how things work over there.
I'm happy to travel with my new friends. So I'm eager to know what we are really going to do there.
After an 8-hour journey in the train, they reached the main city. A bus was waiting at the railway station to take them to the SOS village at Kajuri Kalan, 35 kilometers from the city. Village mothers at SOS Children Village of India gave a warm and traditional welcome to the participants. The village director addressed the participants and discussed the schedule for the camp. He presented a procedure under which the participants formed 4 groups. Each person was allotted 25 points every day for their conduct and activity. Any appreciable or unwelcome behavior from the participants would accumulate or deduct 5 to 10 points. These points were added up to give them an equivalent amount of rupees. The SOS and SAF designed the schedule to enable interaction among the participants. Activities at the camp. Every day, the participants woke up at 6 a.m. to get ready for the day's work. Of the 4 groups, 3 were assigned the field work, while 1 group took charge of the kitchen. The participants were rotated amongst the groups. The day began with a hot breakfast and tea. At 7 a.m., the participants geared up to begin the day's first task. They were provided field implements such as axes and spades. Each group was allotted with identified fields and was instructed about the expected results. The participants had to transform the field ready for cultivation. On each day, they worked on the parts of the field to perform activities, including trimming of the weeds and digging the ground.
Today we've been assigned this area and where my team is working. And right now there were very long grasses, wild grasses and all the weeds growing here. So we've just cleaned up a little small patch.
Two members from the kitchen group went to the market for buying vegetables and other essential commodities each day. The participants were left alone to manage the purchases under the given money. They returned to the camp and prepared the day's lunch and dinner along with the group members.
We are preparing for chapati and we have to make rice, dal and sabji, that is gobi and aloo.
At 12:30, the participants had lunch. To ensure discipline and responsibility, the participants were expected to do their own work, which included cleaning their food plates. After lunch, the three groups continued their field work. The kitchen group moved on to domestic chores, such as sweeping the floor, washing the utensils, and cleaning the toilets. Regular checkups were held for the participants to monitor their health. From 5 to 6 in the evening, the participants played various indoor and outdoor games. At 6 p.m., the participants bathed. In lines with ensuring discipline, the participants used cold water despite the low temperature in the village. After dinner at 7:30, movies were screened for the participants until bedtime. Each day's work by the participants resulted in the improvement in the conditions of the field and tighter bonds among them.
Today is the third day. At first when we came here, the ground was very hard and all grasses and bushes were there. But now I think our group has done quite a good job. We have made a bit nice garden out here. Today we are going to plant some of the plants given by our sir.
On December 11th, Mr. Helmut Kutin, President of SOS Kinderdorf International, made a visit to the camp. The participants were delighted to welcome him. Mr. Kutin joined the participants for dinner, after which they formally introduced themselves. The next day, Mr. Kutin went to the work fields to view the participants' efforts and joined hands with them to sow plants.
Young people like this will make a difference in this world by sharing the work, but by also sharing their friendship and their understanding for each other. And I must say the gardens they have produced are a lasting landmark of friendship, of love and care.
Mr. Kutin has rewarded this 500 rupees for working hard in the field, and I'll buy some nice gifts for my motherhood.
And then it was time for the participants to bid Mr. Kutin farewell. Two sessions on environment and disability were organized. The participants were made to use the physical support equipment and exposed to the hard reality of the disability factor. They went to the SOS school for physically and mentally challenged and spent some time with the kids. They also met and interacted with the SOS village mothers who took care of the kids. On December 15th, the participants visited Dr. Balram Jakhar, Governor of Madhya Pradesh, at the Raj Bhavan. The participants received gifts from the governor and had snacks with him.
It shows how this world is one. There is no much of difference between man and man, and this will be a good forerunner for the lives to come. Good success and more productive life for all of them.
On the return journey to the camp, the participants spent some time at the Bhopal lake. The next day, the participants were taken to Sanchi, one of the prominent historical locations in India. The end of this environmental camp was marked by the presence of Mr. Sunil Sood, Mayor of Bhopal. He handed over mementos and certificates to the participants. On the eve of their departure, a fun evening was organized around a campfire, with the participants given an opportunity to display their skills in performing arts. The participants exchanged autographs. And then it was time to leave. There was not a dry eye in the crowd as goodbyes and hugs were exchanged. Before taking the train to Delhi, the participants shopped at Bhopal city. On December 18th, the participants were taken to Agra. They visited a few places of historical significance, such as the Akbar's tomb, the Taj Mahal and the Agra Fort. With heavy hearts, but wonderful memories of the camp, the participants departed to their respective countries.
The camp was fantabulous.
It has provided me memories to cherish for the rest of my life.
Most beautiful event in my life.
আমি এই ক্যাম্পের অভিজ্ঞতা কোনোদিন ভুলতে পারবো না।
Really awesome and fantastic for me.
It will be the most memorable tour in my life.
Really, it's a memorable camp for me.
Thanks to SOS and SF